For this computer.
Oh, here we go.
All right. And
Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
And while you're out there, could you crank up the bubbles in the tub? I want a jacuzzi with a happy ending.
Sally, and
I mean, I have better things to do with my time than sitting around waiting for some concubine to fall out of bed.
Andy.
It's Christmas, for goodness sake! Think about the baby Jesus. Up in that tower letting his hair down so that the three wise men can climb up and spin the dreidel and see that there's 6 more weeks of winter.
Featuring Shiloh,
Why do I need a will? I'm gonna live forever. That is the deal, isn't it, Red?
Eva, and Adrian.
Well, excuse me. I do not happen to be up on homosexual history and the latest lesbian lingo.
You know, now that you've started updating our entry, we're going to expect that every week that we get
Every
a fresh one.
week. Every week.
just when I have space.
And you have to improve every time too.
Okay,
Because you set the bar pretty high on the first one,
Yeah,
so you just gotta
right.
keep going and going. Yeah.
I need
I mean,
to find my dearest. Don't fuck with me, fellas.
Have you got a whole list of them that you're going to use, or you just randomly pick stuff?
Just randomly pick stuff from here and here and
Yeah, some of your favorites.
Mhm. We're back, number 13.
Woo, lucky number 13.
Is it lucky? Is it? Are we
I don't
considering
know.
13
Might
lucky?
Yeah,
as well be,
we'll see.
right?
I guess we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
It's absolutely lucky.
Yeah, we've been gone for a couple weeks.
I know it.
I know. Because I had to go to the beach. So
You had to.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I was
Dish.
obligated.
Tell us how it was.
It was good. We had a great time. There were 6 of us there this year. That's the most we've had in a while. We laughed a lot. We drank a lot. We don't really do anything. We go out to eat the first night and then we just hang out at the condo because we just like to hang out on the beach.
Yeah.
The weather this year was not bad. We didn't have rain and it was, kind of mostly sunny. But the wind was insane. Like,
Really?
and if we were trying to sit on our balcony at the condo, it was too windy and too cold. In the sun, it was fine. And then the other thing, which I've never seen all the years I've been going down there, the entire time we were there, the beach was double red flag, which means
Oh, wow.
it's a $500 fine if they catch you in the water. And if you get in that water, you're kind of an idiot anyway, because I've never seen it that rough before. So,
Really?
yeah, so we hung out by the pool a lot.
You're gonna walk down, like put your feet in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like when we walked along the beach, like my feet, but you couldn't get, like go into the beach.
Right,
If you're
right.
just walking along the surf, that's fine. But it was insane, the water. I've never seen it like that down there. So,
Really?
but we had a really good time. Yeah.
Good.
It was
Very good.
nice. It was nice.
What have you been doing, Shane?
I'll get back to the new drink I found while we were down there. When we talked about what we were
Wait,
drinking.
you were going to make something special. Remember, you told us that you were
I
going to
did. It was good.
the little packets, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
Capri
Oh,
Sun
I
or
had
whatever?
the little, yes,
Yeah.
we made little frozen drinks and put in the cooler so we could take down there. It was like adult Capri Suns. They were really
Yeah.
cute.
So that was a hit, huh? That worked.
Yes,
Yes,
because
good.
normally you can't take frozen drinks down. But here's the funny thing. And there were usually only 5 of us, we would get like 7 cases of beer. And usually like Jules brought a case with her. Like we drank a lot when we were younger. We had 3 cases this year.
Yeah.
How times have changed.
Right.
But
Wow.
we also drank some seltzers and things like that.
Yeah.
So there are more options of things to drink than there used to be as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your fascinator. Is that
Thank
from
you.
the Derby?
Yes, that's from the Derby, and I've decided I like it a lot, so I'm just going to wear it.
You're just going to wear it
And
every
it's-
day?
Well, and it's Met Gala night too, so why
True.
not, right?
There you go.
Well, I wonder what Eva's wearing.
Oh,
Sequence.
probably a wig, a crown, a wig,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what y'all been doing?
Well, you've been doing Shan.
Not a lot. Not a lot of exciting stuff. This weekend we did softball, and I'll let that was basically all day Saturday. So I'll let Coach Daddy,
Coach Daddy cover that.
fill that in. And then yesterday we celebrated a little Cinco de Mayo, like all white people do.
Like all white people do, exactly.
Yeah. So did a little bit of that, and I've lost my voice today. So you're in luck, listeners.
How's the cult?
How's the cult? The cult is good. The cult is very good. Yeah. Trying to recruit some new members. So if you're interested in being a cult, give me a call. I need to.
Do I have to recruit 3 other people?
Yeah.
Is it
yeah. Oh yeah. And you tell 2 friends, and you tell 2 friends,
and then you never work another day in your life. So that's
what I'm hoping. That is what I'm hoping. Yes.
And then do you have to like go live on social media, and get people interested? Look at the shadows on my face. So.
Yeah, I'll go in there, rah,
Okay.
pitch person. Right. Yeah. I might be famous. So we'll see.
If we're not famous from this, I mean,
that's what I'm counting on. One of those things to take off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Andy, what you been doing? I know you got an MRI that you enjoyed a lot.
Oh boy.
For those of y'all who don't know.
I have multiple sclerosis. This one, last time I had an MRI. I'm trying to say Portia the passcode. Last time I had an MRI, I got fussed at by that tech who was doing it. That was doing the scanning, that said I was moving around too much. And I'd taken the diazepam that my neurologist had prescribed me. So I thought, okay, next time I'll take nothing. I'll just suck it up and do it cold turkey. So I did that. But I still got fussed at because my leg kept moving. I can't control it.
I was going to say, you can't control that though.
No, sometimes it just moves all on its own. And so they had to redo 2 or 3 of the scans, which took extra time.
I was to say, because how long are you in there?
A little over 2 hours.
I mean, that's a long time to stay still.
It is. It's a horrible, horrible thing. But it's over. I'm waiting for Dr. Tardo to. I said her name.
You can bleep that out.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out. I'll wait for her to call me and set up my appointment with her so we can go over my results.
Go over the results.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, do you take your when you go to view your results, do you take your fundraising record with you to the doctor's office? Is that where you share
Portia?
That information?
Hi, Portia.
Hello. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Sunshine.
I'm so sorry. Age has drawbacks, and one of them is I couldn't figure. I mean, I do Zoom meetings all the time, but I kept getting this box that I needed code, and I was entering everything over and over. And anyway, I'm so sorry. Hi,
you're fine. Good to see you.
Don't feel bad. We've been doing this for weeks and we still get it wrong.
We still
try
do
and log on. So.
I really need my wine now.
There you go.
There you go.
You're Shannon, but
Portia.
also our other co-host is Sally Ann.
Hello.
Hello.
How you
Good
doing?
to see you.
You look good.
Well, thank you. I'm so flustered because I was so determined to do this right. I still screwed it up, but
Well, there's no right or wrong on this show.
No.
Trust us. There's nothing right about it. So
No.
it's all good.
It's
all good.
seriously.
You're
Yeah.
you're in good company with us.
okay.
No judgment. No judgment from us. That's for sure.
Well, we took last week off. This is our 13th episode, so we were just kind of recapping what we've been doing the last since we're last together. But that was everybody's favorite. What's everybody?
I want to ask one question though. You were talking about your results that you get from your MRA.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like the Oscars where it's very dramatic and there's music and there's an envelope and
They open the envelope.
It's like
No,
okay, it should be.
Underologist. She's like
Absolutely.
She'll just go. You scan through good. I think we found the right treatment for you for the time being, and we're just gonna stay the course.
There's no musical numbers. There's no like lights and okay.
Well,
Well,
you need to be sure and let her know how much money you've been raising for MS. Though
she's right.
That should help something. So
she's just very, we'll just come in and talk, and just she'll
chit chat.
Chit chat. She'll throw the results in. It's like my Botox doctor today. She'll come in. How are you doing? I'm like, hi, Dr. Shaw. How are you? How are the twins? What are they going to do this summer? All while she's needling me. And by the time she's done, we're done with our conversation.
don't you feel like sometimes when the doctor comes in, they're like, how are you? You want to go, I don't know. You tell me.
I know, right?
You're the one with the results in front of you. So you tell me how I am. And then we can go forward.
Well, Portia, what did you do this weekend?
I tried to get over my fear and discomfort about being on your podcast because I don't think that I'm an interesting person, and I was trying to think of witty things to say, and I'm not a very funny person.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It was just
Neither are we.
Look, I've changed your bio and said she's a former member of the Justice League. She was Wonder Woman from 19.
There you go. The thing is, we entertain each other. I don't know that anybody else thinks we're funny, but we entertain each other. So
we think we're funny. We have a good time.
We have a good time.
Okay, good. Well, Andy, I know that you are funny. I mean, you on those days when I am not feeling the best, which is more days than I care to admit. All I have to do is just read your Facebook posts and
thank you.
Yeah, that does it for me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what is everybody drinking tonight? SAP?
Well, I am drinking. This is an unusual combination for me. I am drinking Deep Eddy lime vodka with Diet Coke.
SAP?
And it's good.
Really?
What?
It's
Diet
good.
Coke?
It's lime vodka. So it's, it's very good. I'm enjoying it. Cheers.
Out of what cup? Is this a new one?
Go Bulldogs. No, it's
right.
one y'all gave me for my birthday a few years ago.
mistake.
Shannon is still bothered by my drink. You can tell.
I mean, what? How did that come about? We were like, I want to mix.
Sometimes I'll throw like a lime in a Diet Coke or a lemon in a Diet Coke. And we were at the beach over the weekend, and a friend of mine had this lime vodka, and I had a Diet Coke, and I was like, let me throw some in there and see how it tastes, and it's pretty good.
Okay,
Portia, what are you having tonight? She got the bottle.
She got the whole bottle.
That's one of the perks of being old. You don't have to go to work, so you can.
I love it. I love it.
I ain't mad at you.
So this is my find from Trader Joe's. I've discovered it last year, and this year they have a rosé brand of it, and it's light enough that I can drink the whole bottle.
I love it.
Still crawl into bed.
I'm coming to your house.
Open it, you should. If you open it, you should drink the whole bottle. I think anyway. Now, can I ask you? Was that a cat I saw going up?
I was gonna say I was waiting for you to notice the cat in the back.
Yeah, my wife was supposed to be keeping the cat and the dog in the room upstairs, but
Okay.
Jody, you can't.
Cats, you can't. No,
Yeah, yeah.
my cat sits here and judges me while we're doing this. Like he's sitting here judging me as we speak. So
Yeah.
dogs are people pleasers. Cats, not so much.
And
No.
see, you know, he's used to not hearing male voices. So he's
Ah.
listening to Andy's voice and he's like, "What
Oh.
Come on, let me see what's happening down here."
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Portia, what's his name? What did you say his name was?
Jody.
Jody.
Okay.
Jody? Well, I've got Joey.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Jody is he's about 16.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He's me and him, we're both in that senior range where all we can do is just oh,
keep
Look,
on keeping on.
You do you.
yeah, yeah.
What is
Shit.
it with the cats with people names? Not like Mittens or Fluffy. It's like
Or-
I
Jody
like
and-
animals. I like animals I like animals
Mike.
with human names personally. So I prefer an animal with a human name. But
Well, that's like Kenny with his
horse, Mike.
with his
Glenn.
horse Greg. No, it's
Greg.
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 It's Greg. It's Greg.
Greg's the
That's
horse,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a real horse, Portia.
No.
It's just imaginary.
It's
But his name's Greg.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs an imaginary horse.
Right, right. But now I
Imaginary
will
horse. Now
Horse,
is
yes.
is his name like see the word, see I started
it's Greg. It's just Greg.
It's the name, just one of those, what do you call that name where you don't give your real name?
Oh,
Like an alias?
alias.
Like an
Alias.
alias.
Yes.
So does
A pen
does
name, an
the
alias?
imaginary horse have another name?
Mm.
And this one that you're telling us is just the alias?
No, it's just Greg.
Oh, okay. So you say.
We have some
No.
strange
Weird.
friends.
As far as I know,
Weird.
that's
Yeah.
now
Shannon,
my Joey was named when I got him. I think I've got a bad connection, by the way. My Joey was named when I got him, but it suits him, so
Oh,
I call him Joseph some, but he's Joey.
When he's in trouble. You call him by his full name when he's in trouble?
His full
I
name's Joseph Callahan. Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Shannon, what are you drinking, or do we even have to?
No, same old. I am drinking out of this Palm Springs fun glass though.
Oh, nice,
Kind of the rainbow colors on it. So
nice.
I'm trying to feel a little California.
Oh, is that one of those like silicone? Like
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
one of those
Like squishy, a little squishy.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
I
know
like
what?
it.
They're weird to drink out of though. Like I'm used to drinking out of glass or
Yeah, I can see
it's
that.
kind of it's like rubbery. So
Oh.
Yeah.
it's not stopping me
Yeah.
from drinking it. I just
No, it's not going to stop you from drinking, but so Andrew,
Yes.
what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm having Tito's, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this. So this is a drink. I know that the only places I've ever seen it sold is in North Carolina, South Carolina, but I'm having Tito's
Cheerwine.
and Cheerwine. Yeah,
I knew you were going
What?
to say Cheerwine.
Cheerwine.
what?
Where'd
What
you
is
get the
that?
It's
Cheerwine?
our version of Dr. Pepper
Yeah,
for the most
I've
part.
seen it before, but I've
I
never
got
had
it.
it. Where'd you get it here?
I did Amazon.
Oh,
I was thinking last week, I was like, man, I haven't had a Cheerwine. I don't know why it popped in my head. And I bet I haven't had one in probably 25 years. And I thought, man, Cheerwine sounds good. So I knew I couldn't get it here. So I just hopped on Amazon and
now,
I got
now,
a
okay,
12 pack of Cheerwine.
Okay, Shannon, he's drinking Cheerwine and Tito's. Don't be dissing me for my lime vodka.
I don't even know what that
Diet
is.
Coke.
I don't even know what cheer wine
It's
is.
like Dr. Pepper and vodka. It's what he's drinking.
This is like a Dr. Pepper.
That's weird.
With
too.
vodka.
Y'all are
Yeah.
weird.
At
Portia
least
and I
I've
are
got some
the,
lime in mine.
Portia and I are the only normal drinkers. You guys are
Oh,
weird.
hush, hush.
Is that
What?
so? I know that's like Dr. Pepper, but is Mr. Pibb? Is that also
That's
that's
Yeah.
like Dr. Pepper. Mm.
Yeah.
You never had a Mr. Pibb?
I've had a Mr. Pibb
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
I didn't even know they still sold it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't think they
Hmm.
still sold cheer wine.
Now, when you said it at first, because you said it in your Southern accents, I didn't
Yeah.
know how you would spell like cheer run. I like cheer wine.
Cheer wine.
Is exactly how it's
It's-
spelled. Okay.
it's
Cheer wine.
It's cheer wine.
Okay.
Cheer wine.
Cheer wine.
I can never understand some of
Hey,
the words you all say in your
Portia?
Southern accents.
Yeah.
What do you call those little hot dogs in a can?
Vienna sausages.
You call them Vienna? Okay. Sally is from Mississippi. I'm from South Carolina.
We call them Viennas.
Well, see, back home in Chicago, you know, we have the hot dogs, the Vienna hot dogs,
Mhm.
to make Chicago dogs. So if you have the little things in the
Mhm.
they're Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were from Chicago.
Yes.
We love Chicago.
Love Chicago.
I love Chicago. I
Yeah.
do.
Do you still have family up there?
No, but I'm going back to visit Jolie in July.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's gonna be exciting because she's the head honcho of oh, I'm just so excited.
That's going to be fun. Good for
Yeah.
you. All right. SCP, what are we celebrating?
Well, let me see. Well, we know the Kentucky Derby was Saturday, right?
Yes, we're going to get to you. We're
Yeah,
gonna
Shannon, we'll get to
Shannon.
you. We'll get to you. The Kentucky Derby was Saturday, so that was fun. I went
Yeah.
out to Lone Star Park. We had a good time.
Did you win any money? No.
Nah. I mean, I did some $2 and $3 bets here and there.
Yeah.
You know, I won a little bit here and there. We went for all the races all day out at Lone Star
Oh.
Park, and then they showed the Kentucky Derby. It was a lot of fun. And then we've got, of course, Mother's Day next Sunday that we need to, you know, remember. May the 3rd, which was what that was a couple of days ago, a few days
Friday.
ago. I didn't research into it, but it's National Paranormal Day. Is anybody into that kind of stuff? Because that kind of stuff that scares the shit out of me. So I want nothing to do with it.
No.
What do you-
Anybody?
I'm paranoid, but
Yeah.
What do they want you to do on Paranormal Day? Like
I don't know. I
ghosts?
didn't research into it. Yeah, probably.
Go
So,
swimming.
let's see what else we've got. Today is Melanoma Monday. As a reminder to protect
Really?
your skin. As someone who has had a melanoma removed, you need to wear sunscreen every time you get out in the sun. You need to wear sunscreen every day, actually. And then May the 6th, that's today. It's National Beverage Day. It doesn't say what kind of beverage. It's just National Beverage Day.
Howdy.
Cheers. Cheers.
I got my beverage.
It wasn't it wasn't the strongest week. May the 8th is National Have a Coke Day. It doesn't say Diet Coke, but I'll be having one. So and then somebody I think has a birthday.
Well, I don't know who.
This guy. What?
Must be that goofball on the screen doing this. Shannon Brown has a birthday on Saturday.
Saturday, May the 11th.
Yes.
So you will be double nickels.
Double nickels.
Double nickels. I'll be
He's-
double nickels.
He's pushing 60.
Yeah.
Oh, still a baby.
Okay.
Thank you, Portia.
Well, happy early birthday from all of us
Thank
and all of
you.
our fives of listeners.
Feel free to send gifts. Just kidding.
Yeah, send cash gifts, gift cards. You know,
No,
you can
no-
give
no
out
fa-
your Venmo, Cash App, any of that stuff. You know,
don't send me fast food gift cards though. That would be bad.
No, you can send Total Wine gift cards.
Cheer wine.
Cheer Wine, Total Wine, and what's the other liquor store that I'm trying to think
Goody
of?
goody.
Goody, and then there's one other one.
Specs.
What's that? Specs. Yeah, send those gift cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Did you hear me
So
just
that's
rattle
what-
off all those?
Yeah, I know. That was
stores?
pretty quick. So that's what we're celebrating. But don't forget Mother's Day Sunday.
No.
That's the
Yes.
main one. Yeah.
So what are you doing for your mother, Andy? Anything?
I'll call her.
Yeah.
She likes flowers, but she hates when
Yeah.
I send her flowers. So, and I don't want to get fussed at over FaceTime. So I'll just FaceTime her. We'll have a nice little chat and I'll wish her happy Mother's
Okay.
Day.
Yeah.
And tell her I love her, you know.
Okay. Shannon, are y'all doing anything with Pam Sunday?
Sunday, Tim and I are taking her to see the new Ryan Gosling movie with Emily Blunt.
Oh, the Fall Guy.
Yeah, the Fall
Yeah.
Guy. Yeah.
So we're doing that, and then with the rest of the family on Monday night for Mother's Day, birthday. My
Okay.
nephew's birthday is May 1st, so kind of together.
Which
Yeah.
one?
He's kind of trying
Connor?
to steal your thunder a little bit,
Connor,
huh?
yeah. I'm like, dude, that's my month.
He's
Wait.
a little
Right?
punk.
Oh, and also my nephew graduates Friday with a civil engineering degree.
From
In 4 years too. Civil engineering in 4 years. So
from
way to go, Andrew.
from where?
Mississippi State University.
Your dogs.
Or dogs.
Way to set that up.
He's he's a third generation bulldog. So yeah.
Oh. All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Next up is Shannon's favorite segment. Over it, obsessed with it. Portia, I don't know if you saw my I think I emailed you our over obsessed with this stuff, didn't I?
No.
Okay.
Or
My
if you
bad.
did, it got lost.
Okay.
Well, you can
But I
listen
can
to
go
ours and then
with
if you
it. Yeah.
You can listen to us and just chime in with
and then
your
if you have anything, you can
we just
yeah.
we go
I have
around and
opinion on everything, so
There you go. There you go.
we just go around and say what we're over this week and what we're obsessed with this week.
okay. I can do
And
that.
you want to start with over it or obsessed with it? Any preference? Anyone?
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start with over it, and I'll just go ahead and go first since I'm
Go
yapping
for it.
away. Okay, this might get me in some trouble.
Again.
Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that I'm over. But,
4.
yeah, but I'm only going to do one this week. I'll save the others for later if I'm still over that week. I'm over campus protests.
Oh, me too.
I'm over campus protests because I think half of the students that are protesting have no idea what they're protesting against. They're just out there raising hell, skipping class.
And I
getting-
think,
getting graduation
their heart is
canceled.
probably in the right place, but they just
Yeah.
need to do a little research first. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people want to be just part of what's going on.
Yeah. I am
And
sick.
it's also it's also time for finals.
And
What
I'm
are they
like-
doing protesting? Are
well,
they not studying?
And these colleges and universities are canceling graduations. I'm like, get over yourselves. Take your finals and let these people graduate. It's just, I'm over it. Next.
Go ahead, Salian.
Oh, I am over Southwest Airlines, and let me tell you why.
Wow.
Let me
There goes
follow
our
up with this.
there goes our sponsor.
No, it's a way to improve. I rarely fly Southwest. I don't have a problem with Southwest. All my points are with American, and I typically fly American. When we were flying to Florida last week, Southwest was just the most economical option for us.
Mm-hmm.
And with Southwest, as we know, you don't have a seat assignment. So our flight left on Friday at noon. So on Thursday at 11:55 a.m., I had my alarm set where I could remember to check in 24 hours ahead of time so I could get a good position, right? Because they've got groups A, B, C, and D. I don't know how far back they go. I started doing something, but it was like 12:01, 12:02 when I remembered. I was like, oh, let me check in. So I checked in within 2 minutes of the 24-hour mark. And my number was Group C, number 17. Okay. All right. So my friend that I'm traveling with, Shannon, we're talking the next day. She checked in at 9 p.m. the night before, and her position was C 14. Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain it. I set a freaking alarm and stressed out over it, and she had a better position than me.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, Southwest, that all this, you're just creating a lot of
Well, and
hoobaloo for
a lot of
nothing.
a lot of people buy that early bird check-in where
Yes, they pay extra to
Yeah.
do it. So I'm just going to stick with
But
American where I
is
can
it-
pick my seat.
But do you think maybe it's based on the cost of the ticket? It shouldn't be, but do you think they're like, oh, well, she got a cheaper deal, so
yeah.
Well, Shannon and I booked our tickets at the exact same time. We paid the exact
That's
same
weird.
price for it.
that is
And
weird.
I'm going to say she probably, I don't think she has any status with Southwest or anything. I know I don't. So, yeah, so she checked in 9 hours after me and was 3 positions ahead of me.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
it didn't matter because I will say I'm over that part of it, but they were very good to work with because we had to connect on the way there through Nashville. Our flight was delayed. We were going to miss our connection. So they rebooked us on a direct flight and then we were in group B. So it really didn't matter, but it was just it was just the process. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Shannon,
So this is probably not a surprise. But so Saturday we played softball, but we played up in Allen. And by Allen, I mean Oklahoma, almost Allen. And so getting up there where I live, up 75, and then I came down the tollway, I am amazed how dumb drivers are.
Drivers are.
And let me be fair. I drive fast. I know I drive fast. It's okay. But there is a reason it's called a fast lane. And I'm like, people. I mean,
Move over.
oh my God.
Move over.
I know. It's like I got somewhere to be. I'm going faster. Just get over. We'll be good.
I
And they
should
don't
never have to pass you
know.
on
The
I
right.
should never have to pass you on the right, ever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, on the right.
It brings, I flash my lights. That doesn't even move over, like nothing. And so,
So where in Allen were y'all playing? Like,
it was, what was the name of the fields?
oh, I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, you
It
won't
doesn't
know.
matter.
It's
I'm not
out in the
gonna
middle of nowhere. It was out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay.
But they were
Spirit Park.
what was it?
Spirit Park.
Yeah. But they were turf fields. They were actually pretty cool. And so
Oh, Spirit Park. That's
Yeah.
that's like Fairview, right? Is that Fairview?
it was in the middle of nowhere.
it's
So-
outside the loop. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you have no clue.
Portia, what are you over?
I don't know the rules of what's allowed or not allowed.
Anything.
Oh
Open.
boy,
It's
I see
open.
controversy.
I am so over the judge at Trump's trial issuing gag orders. If you're not going to follow up on something,
Mhm.
leave it alone. The man's not going to temper what he says. You
Mm-mm.
know you're not going to follow through on your threats. So just let everything be. And that's what I'm over.
Didn't he issue another one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like every day.
Yeah.
It's going to be gag order number 365.
And you're right. If he's not gonna, why even do it? It's just let
Right.
it go. Right, let it go. It's not gonna. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
crazy. That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, obsessed with. I am obsessed with Ralph.
My birthday.
Yes,
No. Oh. sorry.
yes. Your birthday. Yeah, obviously your birthday. But the Ralph Lauren 100% cotton colored T-shirts.
Is
Like
that
the
what you got on right
Wearing
now?
one right now.
Yep.
Okay, so we've
Is it-
lost Southwest as a sponsor, but we might get Ralph Lauren as a
We might
sponsor.
pick up-
That'd be all
Yeah.
right.
But no, I complimented Southwest
Uh.
after the fact. They were great to work with. I just don't like their check-in
Yeah,
process.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, we
These-
still may have benefits there.
These T-shirts are the most comfortable, and I could wear one every day, and I almost do.
Is that a new find,
Okay.
Andy, or have you always liked those? Or
Always liked them, but I have a royal blue one, but I got a red one, a green one, and kind of violet one.
Oh,
And there's so many
Okay.
more I want. They're just so comfortable.
well, now we know what to get Andy
for
for his
birthday?
birthday.
That's right. That's
Ralph
right.
Lauren would like a sponsor, please.
And free t-shirts.
And free t-shirts. This could be in our merch for sale.
Oh, wait, can we screen print on those?
I don't know.
Okay. Ask Portia if she's ever heard that saying that you told us that one night about rake. So
Portia,
tall.
have you ever heard this?
Nobody's ever heard that.
That woman so tall she could hunt geese with a rake.
Hunt geese?
Uh-huh.
A rake?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Why would she want to?
Nobody's ever heard that. Yeah.
No, I've never heard.
Okay.
I have heard that somebody was so low that a snake couldn't crawl under their belly. But
I've never heard that either.
All right. It's just
My mother used to say somebody was so skinny, if they turned sideways and stuck out their tongue, they'd look like a zipper.
oh,
What?
oh, that was cold.
What?
They're so skinny, if you turn sideways and stick out your tongue, you look like a
What's
zipper.
the tongue? What is it?
Well, that's
like
the
a
zipper.
fold thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Portia. He rolled off his tongue one night. We were talking, and we were
The
like,
look on
whoa,
Shannon's
whoa.
face.
What did you just say?
It just means she's tall.
I used to be tall, and then I got old and started compressing.
Straight.
Starts happening.
I think I'm on the way down too.
Yeah,
SAP, what are you obsessed with?
that hat.
Right?
Well, this,
You're fascinating.
my fascinator. I've decided I got
Is
this
that
for
what
the
it's
Kentucky
called?
Derby.
Mhm.
Yes. I got
What
this
is-
for the Kentucky Derby, and I've decided I may wear it every day. I don't know.
That's your
I'm trying to get.
fascinator, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know why they're called fascinators, but that's what they're called, right? Isn't that
Because
what
they're
Yep.
fascinating.
they're fascinating.
Yes.
I know. I love
But
watching.
look how cute.
I love
All of my
watching.
wife's friends they're posting their pictures from the Kentucky Derby
Mhm.
and all of their little, and some are
Hats
so,
and fascinators and
know?
fancy schmancy. I think it should be part of. I mean, I've got on a T-shirt and I've got this on tonight, so
and
I
you
may
know,
just
I
wear
can
it all the
only
time.
see it when you move your head a
I
certain
know.
way,
I've got my background blurred,
but
so
it is truly
let me-
fascinating. I
I
like
want,
it.
let me see
I
if
want
can-
one.
Maybe
I
you
want
get one
one.
for your birthday.
How's that?
And you
That's
can
better.
rock it, Shannon. I'm sure
Could you? Okay.
How's that? I
Okay.
unblurred my background so y'all
There
can
you
see
go.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of good ones on Saturday?
Yes. It was fun. I mean, the thing is, like at Lone Star Park, there were people like dressed and we were just having fun with it. But then there are also people there in cut off T-shirts and tank tops.
Yeah.
So, it's anything goes. It's a mixed bag.
I love it every year.
Um,
For Dylan Dreyer on the Today Show, who I have a crush on, she always goes to the Kentucky Derby. She always has a fascinator on, and she wears 2 or 3 different ones each year. And
I would love to go to the Kentucky
She's so
Derby. And
cute.
if I ever have the opportunity, I will not be sporting one from Amazon. I can tell you that. This was fine for this. But if I ever go to the Kentucky Derby, I might spend a little money on one. But this wasn't bad from Amazon. I decided on Wednesday I was going to get one. So I had to go the Amazon route because who else is going to give me one the same day or the next day?
I want to go back that you have a crush on Dylan. Who?
Dylan Dreyer. I
Dylan
love
who?
her. Dylan Dreyer on the Today Show.
I
Is
got
that
to
the
look her
weather
up.
girl?
Yeah,
the weather?
she's weather girl, weather woman,
Weather girl,
weather
weather
person.
woman.
Wow, Shan.
Sorry.
It's a girl.
She's a meteorologist.
That's why I'm confused. What?
She's a
Why do you have a
meteor-
crush on her?
I just adore her. I think she's the cutest thing.
Okay.
I've always had a crush on her.
I got a girl
She-
crush.
I
Isn't
mean,
that a song?
She looks like every other broadcaster on that network. She looks like Savannah. What's her name?
Oh, she looks nothing like Savannah Guthrie.
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of Savannah Guthrie. I like Hoda and I like Dylan.
Is Dylan a lesbian?
No.
Dylan's who he has a crush on.
I know,
Dylan-
no.
He could
but
have
there's-
he could have a crush on a lesbian. I mean, I
Right.
don't know.
That's what I mean.
so.
So, but wasn't there someone on the Today Show that was a lesbian? Remember when we went to see them?
There's a couple of reporters.
Yeah.
Stephanie, somebody.
Was it Al Roker?
No, Al Roker's not a lesbian.
Shiloh chimes
but,
in.
but if Andy would have said, I have a crush on Al Roker, I would have understood that a little bit better than I have a crush.
And don't be outing Al Roker.
We're going to get a cease and desist letter from the Today Show.
Right?
The Today Show will not be our sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they're on the list too. So
All right, Shannon, what are you obsessed with?
Okay, so podcasts, right? When I'm
Yeah.
doing my walks, I came across
Oh, yeah.
one this week that I'm a little bit obsessed with. It is called The Debutante.
I already love it.
Hold on. It is, let me pull it up. I love it because it says The Debutante from high society to white supremacy. So it's this debutante from Tulsa who got pulled into the white supremacy of that area. And it's even tied to Timothy McVeigh and the bombings. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm so intrigued by it. Here's this prim and proper girl in Tulsa, and all of a sudden she's putting swastikas tattoos
What?
on her. And
Oh, my-
See, it's always, I'm always amazed at the people who it's like any cult or anything, like what happens that somebody can be so easily influenced and manipulated and become this hateful, horrible person.
well,
Like,
they think it
I
started.
mean, she may have been all along, but
Well, she started listening to some punk band or something that had neo-Nazi ties, and then moved to Colorado, and there was
a boyfriend involved. There was a boyfriend involved.
Oh, I'm
somewhere.
sure. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
There was a boyfriend.
So it's
involved
really good.
somewhere.
I'm on episode 3, and it's really good. So I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Wow.
She
Portia,
was
what are you
influenced by
obsessed
a
with?
boy at some point.
I am obsessed with, but not in a good way, LGBT politicians that only remember they're part of the LGBTQ community during Pride Month.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna call no names, even though I do post a lot about
Well,
it.
I mean, if you name names on here, chances are nobody's going to hear it anyway. So,
They all know who they are.
they know who they
Call
are.
them out.
Now, are you talking local or national?
Oh,
Local?
I'm only interested in local stuff.
Okay.
Because that's where I feel I can
Ooh.
affect change. Is local.
Okay.
That's where it starts. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're forgetting where they came from until it's convenient for them.
Oh, wait, 2 times. Pride Month and election time.
Election time.
They got to come
They're gonna
crawl
play that
the
card
grave of
every
the
time.
community because they know that if they don't have us backing them, they ain't got
Amen.
excuse me.
That's
They-
fine.
It's okay.
They do not have a chance in hell.
Mhm.
And I'm obsessed with that right now. Not in a good way.
How many, Portia, do you know how many Dallas City Council members are LGBTQ? Are there 3?
Oh, well, let's see.
Oh, here we go.
You mean who are or who say they are when it's convenient for them?
Oh. Well,
How we say they are when it's convenient for them.
Well, there are 2 that pretend that they are. They're see, let me tell you something. Okay. And forgive me if I get a little bit graphic, but just because you have sex with men doesn't mean that you're gay. That just means you like screwing men, right? Okay. So to me, in order to be part of a community, you have to be part of something that uplifts that community. So if you, this may be my rosé talking.
It could be.
But if
I
you
love it.
if you really are part of a community, you want to at least do something to uplift that community when it doesn't benefit you.
Mhm.
And that's what gets me. That's what, I met Andy when he was volunteering. We were volunteering at Resource Center. he's the man. I fell in love with him, and there's no secret that he was one of my gay men crushes. I fell in love with him because he did not need really anything that Resource Center or Nelson Thibodeau Clinic had to offer.
I went to an out-of-town clinic.
Well, I'm just saying, you were doing this because you wanted to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
right.
on.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
we have nowadays politicians who will on pride, and I guarantee you it will happen this year as well at the flag
sure.
raising ceremony, where a politician is going to get up and preach a freaking sermon about how important it is that we celebrate the LGBTQ community, and we need to do this and we need to do that. But when I, as a gay senior who is advocating for seniors who don't have as much as I do, and I ain't got shit, excuse my language, and you tell me 6 months, I email you and you don't respond. I see you in public and you look around to see if anybody's noticing, and because somebody that's somebody sees me talking to you and they know me, and then you want to act like, put your arm around me and act like we cool. Nah, bruh. So I'm just so over it. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. And it doesn't matter if you black, brown, or white, or whatever. You are a part of this community, then you need to remember where you came from.
Yep.
And that's
Amen.
Amen.
Amen after
My
that.
There you
my
go.
And
favorite
everybody
thing,
said amen.
my favorite thing about volunteering at the clinic with Portia was when her wife was out of town, she would leave and go get hunkies and go home.
Are you not? Are you not allowed to eat hunkies when she's at home? Oh,
No.
okay.
High blood pressure and
Oh,
but
honey,
you would know when Tanya's out of town because Portia would leave the clinic and go to hunkies.
I love it.
one time I was
Hunkies is
at
good.
Hunkies, and I was just as loud. I'm a loud person, and I was just as loud talking about, oh, make sure you bring me my fries and all of this stuff. And the guys that work in the kitchen, they would always draw little hearts on my stuff, and bring it to me. And I'm just going on and on and on. And lo and behold, my wife walks around the corner. She was there with me first, and I about died.
Busted.
Yeah.
Oh, too funny. Well, let's bring on our featured reporters, Shiloh and Eva.
Go
Hello,
Stars.
hello.
Go Stars.
Go Stars.
Do we get an intro or we're just going to talk? Sorry, I'm using a
No.
new camera, so I feel like I'm really close.
Oh, cool.
Are you at the Stars game?
Yeah, I'm still at the arena from last night.
Charlotte,
So you had a good
Eva,
time.
This is Portia.
Hi, Portia.
Hi, Portia.
Hi.
So we'll start with our sports ball update from Sports Daddy.
Coach
Well, that's
Daddy.
me. Sorry, I
Oh,
thought you were
Coach
talking to
Daddy.
Eva.
Sorry,
That's me.
Coach Daddy,
That's
not
me.
Sports Daddy.
So we'll start off with our gay softball because we actually did some fun things on Saturday. The Legends team, the Elder Titans, ended up tying our game 9-9, but it was one of those where a tie feels like a win. So we were pretty happy about that. We started with 9 players, finished with 10, and oddly enough, the baby Titans, the younger Titans, our E team, for most of the part, they're all younger than the Legends team. I think everyone on that team is injured.
They're out of shape.
They're out of shape.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, there
They're
are a couple
not. They're
players that
not
are in
part
there.
of the rub some dirt on it and walk it off generation like we are,
Well,
right?
Well, Ruben is 60 plus.
Oh, okay.
And-
Okay.
And I quote, my arthritis is kicking in on my legs. I can't move. So
Well, real quick, it's not that we get hurt during the game. We get hurt during the warm up before the game. That's the funniest part about it, because it's like, wait, we're supposed to stretch, right? But if we stretch, then we hurt ourselves.
You're gonna get hurt.
Just don't stretch. It's fine.
We don't.
and then we hurt ourselves worse.
Yeah.
That's fine. We have our end of season tournament in a couple weeks. I'm just going to bring duct tape and we're just going to tape everybody together. And we'll be fine.
Get some bubble wrap and duct tape and
Yeah.
just, you know, get
Well,
And
everybody
some
all
grease and oil their
squishy.
joints. It'll be
Yeah.
good.
That's a Saturday night at Shiloh's place. Are you kidding?
Tarp down, everything. Yeah.
I don't need to know. I do not need to know.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good weekend for softball. We did not play yesterday, so now we're playing a bunch of games on a Saturday, and then doing the Legends team is lucking out. There's only 2 teams in our end of season tournament, so we play a best of 3 series. Eva and crew will be at the fields all day, probably.
No.
Or lose and go to the door and call it a day.
Yes,
Eh.
that's what we're hoping for.
Motivation. Just play until noon and you can go to
Yeah.
the bars.
Yeah.
And that's next Saturday or
It's a week from Saturday,
week from Saturday.
the 18th and the 19th.
Gotcha.
Oh no, the door opens early on Saturday.
Sunday. It's Sunday though.
Oh, well, yeah.
I think next weekend is Mother's Day.
Yes.
This coming weekend is Mother's
Yeah.
Day. Yeah.
Or this weekend, yeah.
And it's Shannon's birthday. Don't forget
And
Shannon's
apparently it's
birthday.
Oh my
Shannon's
God.
birthday. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we talked about this last night. Isn't your birthday on the 18th? Didn't we decide that last
11.
night? Andy?
Oh.
Yes. Yes, we did.
We decided it. All I know is I'm not celebrating your birthday for the whole fucking month for a week. You get one day.
Okay.
One day. Okay.
Pick your day.
What about
your
2
day.
days? Friday, Saturday?
You can have Friday. I will be there, but you can have Friday.
Okay.
I'll see you Saturday.
Okay. Why, do you have a
So-
date?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
You don't even know if you're
Probably, I
You're
love
gonna
it.
make something up.
I could make it happen. Don't worry about it.
He's like, if I need to have a date, I'll have a date.
Yeah, it's
right?
easy. It's easy. Yeah. Everything's in your phone. It's fine. So back to sports. The Mavs and the Stars made it to the second round of the playoffs.
The
Both
Mavs
in
did.
different
Yeah.
fashion. So the Stars games were actually pretty exciting. If you don't count all of the empty net goals at the end of the game, every game was decided by 1 goal. So a little nerve wracking. We ended up watching the rest of the game at Peckers, and they don't have
Shocker.
real cable.
Yeah.
So
They don't even have
did you have to
TBS.
follow it on your phone? I
What-
mean,
Yeah.
I'm watching it on this
Brothers?
tiny screen, like watching it at the bar. Yeah. Which
why
is
didn't
fine
you
unless
just
you're
stay
trying
at
to.
the game?
I didn't go to the game. Yeah, I went to the game last week. Not yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was. They don't have actual cable. They have cable, but they don't have TBS. And even I've tried to watch the Rangers games there during the playoffs last year. They don't have ESPN either. I'm like, what bar has TVs that does not have like?
Then why
Yeah.
have TVs?
What do they
I'm
have?
like,
Bravo? I mean, what do they have? They have
No.
what have
Duh.
TVs if you're not going to
Hey,
have the sports channels?
That's the gayest. Homophobic.
Well, I mean,
What is
it's
one of those things? I
Peckers,
just assume they have
so
Bravo
that's why
because
I'm
it's a
like-
gay bar. SAP.
What was funny about that is that even the sports bars
People
that are
like
designated,
Bravo.
even the sports bars designated as sports bars don't even show the actual sports games. they're too busy showing like 90s retro videos and
I mean, what station is RuPaul's Drag Race on? That's the station they have, right?
MTV
I mean,
now. It's actually on MTV.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
90s?
I didn't know anything was on MTV anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90s retro videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
so when do they start the next round?
So we started off the last series with it every other day with the Mavs and the Stars, and this time they're both start on Tuesday, so they start tomorrow.
Oh, cool. All right.
So I think they play the next 3 games on the same day. But home team, so the Stars have basically their first 2 and they play the Avalanche, and the Avalanche is really good too. So they have a tough road ahead. And then the Mavs weren't supposed to make it this far, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
Luka and Kyrie are actually getting along, and Kyrie's a flat earther and he's playing basketball, so we'll take it.
Oh God.
The ball is round, just not the earth.
He's a flat earther for real.
So
He is a
people
flat
really
earther,
believe-
yes.
So people really believe that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because maps are flat.
Yeah, this right here, that's flat. Like, yeah, map of the world's flat.
But you can wrap it around anything.
Easy,
So-
easy SAP.
People can't
I mean, a map.
fathom the concept that they're not walking in a circle. Like they're not walking like,
Okay.
around
They're not
things.
falling off of
Yeah,
anything,
they're not
right?
falling off.
So
Yeah.
Maybe somebody should just give him a globe and maybe.
but they say you can just, lay that flat. I mean, if you cut a globe,
Yeah.
you just lay it flat. So
like a map.
like a map.
Yeah, like a map, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a big group of people that are flat earthers in Denton. Like there's somebody who like runs a blog or something, and he has a flat earth car. I don't really know what it is, but he always is parked I never go to Denton, but there's like that little square in Denton, Old Town
Do
or
we
whatever.
wanna
And he's
have
always
him
parked
on?
in there.
Do we want to have him
That'd
on?
actually be really
That would
good.
be the most
I mean,
frustrating.
it might be fun.
Yes.
Yes.
We could all just have globes behind us in the background.
Or we could all be
Actually, really good,
falling
yes.
off of our chairs and stuff,
Our chairs can't have wheels because we're just going to slide off the earth. Yeah.
You're
Right.
just
Makes
gonna,
sense.
just. Oh, what are you drinking over there?
Drinking an extra
Eva?
dirty martini. Tito's
Nice.
Oh,
Ice.
God,
Extra
you're gonna be
dirty like
trash.
you.
Oh,
After
it is.
yesterday?
Yes, it's filthy dirty.
Wow.
How did you feel this morning, Shannon?
hmm
Pretty good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I felt
Okay.
amazing.
Was it a Sunday fun day for y'all? Is that?
I think it was
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo. I don't know. I sold women's clothes all day, so
It's a random brag. Okay.
yeah, I don't know that that's a brag, but
I think Portia, I think she said sold, not stole.
Oh, okay.
I said sold.
Yes, sold, yeah.
She stole women's clothes all day.
She stole them and then she sold them over the
And I
markup.
sold
Yeah.
them. No, I have a part-time retail job and I work on Sunday afternoons. So
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense. Yeah, so not a lot going on in sports. The Rangers are still, it's a long season. We can't get excited or whatever now because
Yeah.
there's like 140 games left. So enjoy the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Short and sweet. That's all I got.
All right.
So
Okay.
I did something real quick. So I did see an article, I think yesterday, about, the WNBA debuted with the new players.
Oh yeah.
And that I guess the one channel for WNBA or whatever only picked one game to show, and it was Caitlin's game, and it wasn't anybody else's. And so they were like, but you have all these stars that now joined, additional ones, and they're only showing one game. They're like, when are they gonna
Yeah.
figure this out that people want to watch these games, right?
The
And so-
and they played here. They played the Dallas Wings. Indiana did. They played the Dallas Wings, and that game was sold out, which I think that's great.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And Caitlin had a good
I doubt
show.
I doubt they've had a sold out game. So
Caitlin had a good game. She scored.
yeah,
I forget how many three-pointers she threw.
yeah.
But yeah.
But not good enough. They still lost the game.
They still lost.
It's a preseason game, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
So there was
They're going to find out that Angel Reese brings a lot to the
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were saying. So the Chicago, she plays for Chicago, when they played. And so there was a guy live streaming it. And so people found it on Twitter and were all logging into it to find it. And he racked up I don't know
that's
how
pretty
many
cool,
thousands of people that wanted to watch it because it wasn't on TV and everybody wanted to watch it. I mean, it was crazy.
I did.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy why they don't
I mean,
expand
even
it.
if you're not into sports, she's really great eye candy. I don't know if you can, but the girl is fine.
I've watched worse sports for worse reasons, so I got you. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Does she play in nails? Does she have like nails?
Oh,
I know
probably.
she plays in those 301s, honey. On her eyelashes. I think
And
it's
Shannon, you were
stacked
saying something the other
301s.
day about the other rookie who had the best debut.
Yeah, the blonde who was the second in the draft, the real tall one.
Oh yeah.
They were talking about her first day in. She, I guess, of all of them, she had the biggest game.
She's nice to look at too.
She looks like a Russian model.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Get her out of a
Sounds
catalog.
like-
Yeah. Sorry.
Where's that
Glad
one
I'm
from?
not the only one. See there. I don't feel so bad now.
I got you, Portia. You're good.
I don't
Where's
really
that one
care
from?
about the game.
I don't remember. I know we covered the draft like 3 weeks ago, but it all runs together.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Is that it, Sean?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry, one quick thing.
Yes.
Since we're talking about the Wings, so they play at the UT Arlington Stadium right now. So the city of Dallas they're handing over a bunch of $1 million, and they're going to play in. There's apparently an arena attached to the convention center, which I didn't know existed. So they're going to move there. I think in 2026 they're going to start playing in that arena.
Cool.
It's
Good
seats
deal.
10,000.
Nice.
So
Good.
Eva, it was Cameron Brink, and she was from Stanford. Cameron
Stanford.
Brink.
Stanford. I thought I remember we talked about it. I just couldn't
Yeah.
remember where she was from.
yeah, she's a model.
Well, thanks, Coach.
That's all I got,
Daddy.
Andy. You're good.
Thanks, Coach Daddy.
Okay, Eva.
Let us have
Me?
it.
It's me. Hold on. Let me let me wet my throat real quick.
Oh Lord. Let's be dramatic.
Are those blue cheese olives? Are those blue
let's
cheese
see.
olives or regular?
I just
olives?
have two things that I really want to discuss.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on in reality TV, just because the housewives that are on are not. Well, New Jersey just started, and New Jersey obviously has is the only one that I don't watch. However, I'm going through a binge from the beginning. I started so that I could cover it on this show, this podcast. I started it maybe like 3 months ago, and I'm on season 6. And there's the season 14 premiere just happened last night.
Which one are you watching?
New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the one with all of the drama with the
Mhm.
girl that Teresa Giudice, who went to prison for tax evasion and wire fraud and mail fraud, all that jazz. And we're just now getting into that part because it's just been boring, since. And one of the things that I don't like about that franchise is that they bring the husbands in,
Mhm.
and it's like the husbands are the main characters and the housewives are the extra characters. And they even bring them into the reunions and they fight, and
Yeah.
it's very violent,
The
very
husbands do?
aggressive. Yes, they punch each other and everything.
What? It's all
Yeah.
staged.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all
It's
family
like
too.
it's like wrestling. It's all
Yeah.
staged.
But they're all like Italian families, and they I don't know if they give the right picture of an Italian family, because they always say this is how Italian families do it. We fight, we hate each other, and then we make up and we eat pasta. Like party.
I'll show up for the pasta and the wine.
Right?
but-
And the wine.
Well-
They drink lots
well-
and lots of wine.
I'm telling you,
Um,
Andy Cohen is saying women's live back 10,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, he is. He is. Speaking of wine, real quick, Portia, I was going to say that is a really good one. I used to drink that one, the rosé.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
Yes, it's good. It's good and very inexpensive, delicious.
That's why.
So
That's why I got it.
yes, that's really good. So the reality front's kind of down. What happened over the weekend was Dua Lipa, who is here to save pop music.
Save pop music.
She's saving
Save
it.
pop
She's saving it. Well, her new album dropped on Friday.
And
And critics are kind of divided over it. I listened to a little bit of it, and having come off the whole Barbie soundtrack and that song that was just everywhere. Of course, Barbie was everywhere last summer, so you couldn't really escape it. I'm gonna say I'm a little underwhelmed by some of the songs, and it's called Radical Optimism, which she's gone on to promote very heavily. And that's another part that is a little frustrating, when artists promote on every single platform, TikTok, Snapchat, social media. They go on every single TV show that you can go on, do interviews, and then their album kind of just gets a little bit of a but, And then the flip side of that is, like we talked about last week, Taylor Swift can just, go to Coachella and be a spectator and secretly drop an album, and it's number one,
Yep.
and it gets the best reviews of her life, that sort of thing. And it's kind of like they're in the same spectrum. So it's like Taylor Swift is beating everybody, and she's doing everything the opposite way that people are doing it to get their album.
well, as we've said, Taylor Swift has the most loyal fans out there.
Yeah,
So
and
anything she does, her fans are going to eat up.
And it kind of happened with Ariana Grande too, because Ariana Grande has a lot of stuff coming up with The Wicked, and she promoted that album heavily, and I think it just came out and no one's really talked about it. I mean, she had that one song, and then she tried to cater to the 90s, 80s fans and brought in Mariah Carey to do a remix, who I love. and it didn't really do anything. So, but anyways, so it's got a 72 score on Metacritic, which isn't bad. But I think people were expecting more. She knows how to dance now, which was a big problem before. It was a voice and not really, the pop star machine. You have to
She
dance.
danced when we saw her in
Yeah,
concert.
she danced.
She did, and that was stuff that she had just learned.
Well,
And so she did great.
She was
was
fantastic.
it was it Whitney Houston dancing?
No, it was actually like real dancing. She was upside down and in a cage floating above. I mean, that was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
And she is so gorgeous that she doesn't need to do much.
She doesn't.
I mean,
She
I don't
really
even know what
doesn't.
She looks like. I gotta look her up.
Oh,
She can be a park and bark. I think that's relatable, isn't it?
Park and
And
bark.
I will, but then she, going to promotion, she promoted SNL, which she did on Saturday. She was both the host and the musical guest, and that's always a hard job to do because you come in as this musical guest, you come in for what, 2 numbers, and then you stay for the after party, and then you're done. But hosting everything and then singing, Andy watched it. I tried watching a few clips online, and the ones that I watched were not very funny. She had a lot of energy.
I sent Eva an article that I read on Sunday.
Oh
that
yeah.
said Melanie Griffith is in talks to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes. And you know what my only problem with that is? I was thinking about it. It means more Dakota Johnson. Do we really want that?
No.
Do we really want that?
Who are
It's
these
like
Wait,
people?
who's Dakota Johnson married to or with?
We talked
Chris,
about those.
Chris.
Chris Martin, right?
Chris Martin, yeah.
Yeah, it surprised me. I never knew it, but
She's
Melanie Griffith.
stepmom. She's stepmom to Apple, Peach, and Orange, right?
Yep.
Aren't there her kids' names?
I know one of them is Apple.
Apple.
But
Apple.
you know what, Melanie Griffith, I have to say, Working Girl was one of my favorite movies.
Oh
ever.
my gosh,
Still.
yes. And I just saw that recently, by the way, like maybe
So
a couple
good.
years ago, and I'd never seen it. It was great.
Had you never seen it? And then
No,
Joan
I'd never seen it. Never.
Joan Cusack's hair deserved its
Oh
own
yes,
award.
yes.
In
But
that.
Sigourney Weaver, come on, you can't go wrong with Sigourney
Yeah.
Weaver.
That was such a good movie.
But with the Melanie Griffith thing, 1, she's not doing anything, and 2, she's not married to Antonio Banderas anymore. So why would you want her on my TV?
Right.
So I mean,
Wait,
Is she relevant?
that's the one they should make about the husbands, because the husbands have more drama than the wives.
Who's she married to now?
I don't think she's married at all anymore.
Okay. But she
She
was
just
married
divorced
to
him
Don
a few years
Johnson, right?
Yes, that's where the Dakota thing came.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then
Thing,
her mom-
I say thing. I say thing. That's where my Dakota problem comes from.
And then her mom, of course,
Yes, of
Oh.
course, Tippy, the
Yeah.
birds
The
girl.
Tippy
Tippy.
Hedren.
Tippy the Birds. Tippy also,
She-
who is responsible for
Nail salon.
Asian nail salons.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yes.
I just learned that on a podcast, actually.
What?
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, you'll have to. Well, I'll have to do some more research on it. Yeah.
Tippy Hedren, yeah.
That's the first person you all have mentioned that I knew who it was.
Portia, that's one more than me. I'm Googling all these people.
I do
You're
a
good.
Lipa
Yeah.
every week, and I just finally looked her up. I still don't know
Yes,
who she is. So.
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tippy.
Is she? I mean,
Oh, she is. She's
I'll send you a
gorgeous.
picture, SAP.
I'm looking. I mean, you've obviously got a picture.
I do.
It's okay.
I do think it's interesting though. Like when you have a succession of family, like generational family of all actors, and they,
Mhm.
and then nowadays you have like Drew Barrymore going on her show saying, "Oh, I told my kids do not become actors. Like, do not."
Drew Barrymore just exhausts me.
She kind of does.
Ah.
She does a little bit now, but that's a daytime. Kelly
I
Clarkson exhausts me too.
I don't like when she
She's-
interviews people. She gets closer and closer.
She
and
gets
closer
like
Until
right
she-
up in there.
Yeah, until
Like the pandemic never existed, girl.
You need to give me some personal
yeah,
space.
she's either looking up
Yeah.
the nose or motorboating them. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then she's always sitting Indian style on the couch, and it's like, look at me,
yes.
look at me.
What
Like,
did you say? How
Oh,
was she sitting?
Crisscross
Made it.
applesauce.
yes,
Come
yes, I apologize.
on.
Native American
Come
style.
on.
And I know
You're
better.
Usually the one. I mean, you're usually the one getting on to us. for
Can you
saying
not
the
say
wrong
Indian
thing.
style anymore? I didn't even know that.
No,
Oh,
She's
okay.
she.
no.
it-
If you can't say, if you can't say Eskimo kisses, you can't
No.
say.
Oh, yeah, you can't
Indian
say that.
style.
You can't
I
say it, but
mean,
you can still do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, are
Sitting
they-
cross-legged.
Are they Inuit kisses?
Cross-legged.
Inuit? No, because they're not Inuits.
They're native
style.
native Alaskans.
What is
Yeah.
crisscross
so confused.
applesauce?
People, that's what the kids say today.
That's what the kids
like,
call
if
it
we're sitting
instead of
cross-legged, they call
cross-legged.
it
Are you
crisscross applesauce.
serious? I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yes, that's what they say instead of cross-legged or
that's
Indian
weird.
style, as we said growing up. But
Yeah, we did.
crisscross applesauce.
But one okay, so if you get a chance to listen to it, listen to the album, Dua Lipa, Radical Optimism, just came out Friday. I'm gonna give it a couple of listens and see if it kind of sparks something that didn't before the listen before. So there's a few songs that are good that have come out as singles, but going with the dancing thing real quick is, you know, she's got this new choreography thing where she's been dancing and, you know, showcasing her styles and everything. And then she released a video to promote the album before it came out, and she just sat in a coffee shop and just sat there the entire time. It's like, was she hurt or was she just
Yeah.
tired? Was the choreography too much? Like, did she not learn it in time? But nonetheless, it was a good song. And then tonight, we talked about this. I sent a text out earlier. Tonight is the Met Gala in New York. And of course, the Met Gala is always one to watch for, just crazy fashion.
Crazy.
And let me tell you, I have been watching this thing since 5 o'clock. And this is my
Somebody
first.
was basically naked on there earlier.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever watched it, the red carpet. And thankfully, E showcases the entire thing. I'm going to say I'm kind of obsessed with this whole night. It's interesting to see different, like they have a theme. If you don't know what the Met Gala is, they have a theme every year. And this year it is the Garden of Time. Now, when I hear the Garden of Time, I think of flowers. I think of, you know, something ethereal like fairies or something like that. I just saw, and my mouth dropped when I saw it. I saw Michelle, what's her name? Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Hidden Dragon.
Oh yeah, I
Project
love
Dragon,
her.
Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
She came out looking like a baked potato in tinfoil.
What?
And I don't
I'm
know
looking
where,
right now. I'm
yeah,
trying to
and
find.
and I don't know what that says about the Garden of Time. Like, set the time right, or the baked potato will come out soggy or hard, or what? Like, I don't know.
I would
I
want to see
like, I don't know what.
I would see Solange beat up Jay-Z in the elevator again.
Oh, right. Yes, it's been 10 years. Never forget. Was it 10 years? No, 15 years. 20 years, I think. Brandon showed me that over the weekend.
Yeah.
What is it?
The way Solange went
The
kung fu
elevator.
on
She went back
Jay-Z in the elevator at the Met Gala. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what. But it's, you know, the stars come out, and the guest list apparently is like top secret. Like, nobody knows who's going to be there, and it's only.
I was
revealed the
invited,
day
but we had
of.
this tonight. But we had this tonight. So
I would have gladly taken your invitation and reported.
I was
live.
already committed. I wasn't gonna let y'all down. So
yeah, the host of they usually have chair hosts that kind of go over the whole thing. It's basically a fashion show, I believe. And it was Zendaya, who looked amazing. Bad Bunny, who is extremely short. I mean, and I say that as a vertically challenged person myself. Chris Hemsworth and Jennifer Lopez, who I think
Jennifer
from looking at
Lopez
her,
looked good.
she looked good, but
You
I
didn't
think
think
she's
so?
on Ozempic.
Everybody in Hollywood is. So.
I think she's on Ozempic. The one that kind of gave me a gasp was Kim Kardashian. I know I'm not going to promote anything Kim Kardashian on here because I think it's just she was peed on in a video. There's nothing famous about that.
Got to start somewhere.
I mean,
hey, she's made her entire family famous all because of that.
Yeah.
So.
Eva's mad because he has videos out like that too, but nobody
I'm
wants to
like,
watch them.
hello, and I'm over here hosting this podcast with like 2 listeners.
4.
Wow.
I was thinking maybe 7, but okay.
7, yeah, no, 7. No, anyways, she was so corseted in her dress. They're actually highlighting it right now on E as I watch this. She literally has like a -5 waist. She's so cinched in. It is kind of disgusting just to see how painful she looks.
It's got to be so uncomfortable.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh, go ahead.
Is she the one that ruined the Marilyn Monroe dress?
Yes, she was.
Yes.
Yes. She's the one that demanded to wear it, and
Pissed all the white
somehow
people
she
off,
got
yeah.
it. And she, I think, they had to take it out a little bit because it wouldn't fit her.
Because Marilyn Monroe didn't have that booty. So
Yeah. Oh
I
my gosh.
mean,
Yeah. But it's insane.
Yeah,
Like I don't even think I've seen drag queens wear corsets that tight. Like it's crazy. And I'm just watching it right now. Sorry.
I'm looking.
But you know, it comes with a lot of stars. Sarah Jessica Parker is always a fixture in the Met, and she always brings Andy's best friend that we talk about all the time, Andy Cohen, as her date.
Yeah.
And she was fresh off the Derby track, so she was looking great, fierce, rested. That's for Brandon.
Oh,
Brandon, if you listen, she had a fascinator. She had a huge fascinator. But you know, it's fun. You know, it's Vogue and it's Anna Wintour. She was the first one on the carpet, and you know, with that extreme severe bob that she always carries, that she's carried for years.
I mean, looking at the pictures though, it looks like most of them didn't go with a theme. It's stupid.
They didn't. That's the part
Mindy
that Rick and I
Kaling
were
looks
watching.
beautiful.
Yeah, Rick and I were watching it, and we were thinking, like, there's really not anyone
No.
that stays on theme. And one in particular was sorry, real quick, was what's her name? Oh gosh, her name escapes me. Oh, go ahead, Shannon. Maybe I'll think of it.
No, it's like
I'm looking to see if I can think of anybody.
It should have been so easy. I mean, flowers, garden.
Yeah.
It should have been
anything. I'm like, well, that's just a dress. That's just a suit. That's just,
and I like what Zendaya did. Zendaya did a very like
I just saw hers.
She's doing it right now. She did a very gothic.
Yeah.
She did a goth. It's beautiful. And she's gorgeous anyways. But she did like an ethereal, like garden gothic type of thing. And that's what I liked. Now she's wearing a bouquet of roses on her head. In a bow, which is fabulous. But Keke Palmer wore this like really tight gown, and they interviewed her because they only interview a few stars on the red carpet, and she said, "Oh, this is my rebirth of, you know, my life and blah blah blah." And I'm like, so it's that subjective? Okay, I thought Garden of Time, it's very objective. So you know, but I guess you could take it anyway. I mean, look at Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Don't heat.
I haven't seen
for
her
15
yet.
minutes.
Does Alice have anything that's near or close to the Met Gala?
Does what now?
The Halloween parade's pretty close compared to what he was describing.
Diffa would probably be. Yeah. Diffa has a big. It's the Dallas International Fashion something. I don't know.
Association.
But that's. Yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, they had theirs actually last weekend, 2 weekends ago. That's kind of like what it is, I guess you could say. I guess it is positioned around the same time as the Met Gala every year.
Eva, you should start one.
I know,
right? Oh, and I'll be in charge. And if it's not on theme or it remotely looks,
you're
like
out. You're not
out
even.
I'm sorry, you're not in.
You should do it. Do it.
Yeah, you're not in. I'm gonna start doing that theme. Well, I had a theme for my Easter party this year, but nobody followed it. So,
well, you had a theme.
Bonnets were a must. And
I had one.
I don't remember seeing that.
Mine.
I wasn't even invited.
Mine was an
You
invisible
just showed up,
fascinator.
right?
He just showed
I
up.
was gonna say, are you talking about the thing I showed up at? Because there wasn't anything. There wasn't anything on the invite.
No. I'm gonna start making it now.
But next year, invite me. Let me know.
Yeah. Yes.
And I promise I will.
Yeah.
Keep the theme.
Absolutely. Great. That sounds like a deal.
After all, I'm the one that wore overalls to the black tie dinner.
Oh,
did you really? Too funny.
But anyways, if you get a chance to go over the fashion, go through the pictures, you know, if you're, you know, trying to waste some time, it's actually very interesting to see, you know, but it's hard to tell who they consider celebrities nowadays. And
yeah.
A lot of
J-Lo's
influencers.
really skinny. Yeah.
Yeah. J-Lo, did you see her?
Yeah, she's really skinny.
She's really skinny. Yeah. Something's up.
Like
But she might be not eating because of her that all that bad press she's been getting
Yeah.
lately.
Because of bad press.
She's been getting
She
ready
can't go
for
to any
herself.
restaurants. Nobody will wait on her because
Nobody will wait on her.
everybody's talking about what a horrible person she is.
She's a
Mhm.
demon.
I hope she
Yeah.
learned her lesson.
Wow.
Well, probably not. But
Yeah.
but yeah, there's some good ones. I think it's just, for me, it's very subjective. Some of them I liked, some of them I thought, ugh, whatever. But then there's like, oh, she's a famous TikTok influencer, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in my 40s. I don't know what that's about anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not.
So we can go
cool.
next year after the podcast takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Andy's
yeah,
going to work
so-
on that with his New
Yeah,
York connections.
I'll work
Yeah.
on that. All right. Well, thanks, Eva.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Eva.
All right. Up next, our very special guest, Miss Portia Cantrell.
Woohoo!
Portia is a retired trauma certified registered nurse. She moved to Dallas from Chicago, one of our favorite cities. She is the only gay senior affairs commissioner for the city of Dallas and a representative of the LGBTQ community and advisory board member to the Dallas Area Agency on Aging. She is the past recipient of the Black Tie Dinner Cushling Humanitarian of the Year Award, which that was just this past year, right?
Last year, right?
Yes.
Congratulations. And the LGBTQ Lawyers Association Justice Award. She has organized and implemented the Silver Pride Project, an organization dedicated to providing safe social spaces for the elders of the LGBT community. Shannon, your birthday is coming up, and providing LGBTQ senior specific programming with the city of Dallas. In addition, she is a SAGE, Service and Advisory for Gay Elders, Certified Cultural Competency Trainer. Welcome, Portia.
That is a mouthful. That's
I
a
know it.
lot.
That's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
You need to slow
Welcome.
down. You do too much.
No, I don't do it.
Cheers.
I don't do
And
it.
Shannon and I know Portia from volunteering at the Resource at Nelson Thibodeau Clinic. Years and years, ago. Yeah. So I asked Portia to come in and kick off a little discussion on Silver Pride, since coming in June is Pride Month. So, Portia, how did you get started with Silver Pride? And did you create Silver Pride? Is that one of your babies?
Yes, that is the baby. That is what's closest to my heart. And if you don't mind, I'm going to just kind of talk it from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I moved to Dallas from Chicago.
Mhm.
And one thing I noticed is that this Dallas area, the LGBTQ community, is so supportive of their community members. And everybody gives to everything and everybody except for seniors, except for the ones that laid the groundwork for where we are now. So this may not be correct or politically correct, but see, y'all should not have let me.
You need another bottle.
Y'all
Girl,
should
another
have
bottle.
me talking before I emptied this bottle. But the thing of it is, if you're HIV affected with HIV, there are things here for you. There are a lot of things for you. If you are a youth, there are so many things for you. The community is so welcoming. But if you are older than 65, wait a minute. Let me change that. If you're older than 50, because I'm sure some people that are 50 can walk into a bar and can't get a drink because they are invisible. And I tell my wife all the time, I could be the world's greatest thief because I am so freaking invisible. And she's 20 years younger. And I pat myself on the back every time I say that. But she doesn't get it. And that's okay. Because I want to change things so that by the time she's my age and I'm no longer around, then things will be different. So here's the thing. The only constants in this world are aging and death. And if you don't die, you're going to get older. And in the I don't want to say regular community, but seniors usually have children and grandchildren and all of these supportive members of their family. But seniors my age and older, and I'm hitting 70, we didn't have in vitro, we didn't have adoption, we didn't have all of these things where we could have families. So we have to depend on you young people to look out for us. And what I do is I remind you all that the reason you are able to do the things that you do and say the things that you say, because back in the 60s, we got our asses kicked and we didn't let it stop us because we knew that if we gave up, our community would not survive. And I think y'all owe us a little bit of something, a little bit of support. And that's why I've got this thing going with these politicians, these so-called gay politicians. I never knew what those air quotes meant, but they just seem so right when I say gay politicians. Like I said, you can sleep with men, but that don't make you part of the gay community. So anyway, Silver Pride Project was started because if you were not weren't involved in the HIV community, which I have nothing against that. As you know, I volunteered with Resource Center for years. But when you're older and you're a female or you're a gay man who is not HIV positive, and you're over the age of 50, what is there for you? Where do you go when you want to meet somebody or just get together and talk to somebody, have a conversation? You know, not everybody wants to go to a bar. I mean, I do, but you know, they overlook me. They don't take my drink orders. So, you know, I got a rainbow flask, so I'm good. But not everybody wants to go to a bar to meet friends. When your friends die off or move away, where do you go? We have nothing in Dallas for seniors, gay seniors, I keep forgetting to say LGBTQ, but for our rainbow seniors, there's nothing. And every time that the subject comes up, I get faced with, well, what do you want? Special treatment? Well, fuck yeah, I want special treatment. Because for all of these years, when I couldn't be who I was, when I had to deny, well, I never did, but a lot of people had to deny who they were and pretend that they were something that they were not in order to be assimilated into a community that made them feel normal. And now here we are, we've worked towards marriage equality, and we've worked towards electing gay politicians. And what do we get for it? Nothing. No senior center. No, there's going to be a resource center is building a housing project, but what, 80 rooms, 80 apartments? How many seniors live in the DFW area? And so if you think about it, the only way we can make a difference is if you young people take up the cause for us, because so many of us are tired because we worked hard and busted our asses for those coming along behind us. So I'm just hoping that sometime in the future, you consider doing something for somebody that you don't know, that can never pay you back, an LGBT senior, an LGBT disabled person, an LGBT Black person, because we really get it. Just do something for those that only have a few years left on this planet. And that's it.
Well,
That's awesome.
Portia, I love your passion, but I hope you weren't looking at Shannon and Andy when you're talking about young people helping out. Yeah,
I would like for Coach.
I was thinking the same thing, Shiloh.
they're right behind you. Don't look for them.
I would like
the rest
for
of us got you. Don't worry about
I'd like for
them.
Coach Daddy to bite me.
So Portia, with Silver Pride, what like is there programs that you're coordinating? What's that organization, the focus areas?
I forgot. Okay, so prior to the pandemic, we had made arrangements, or we had worked with City Council and the Parks and Rec Department to have designated spaces for LGBTQ older adults, because nobody likes to be called a senior except me. And I only like it because it gives me free drinks and stuff. But we had designated spaces at Revachon Rec Center and at 4 of the libraries here in Dallas, where we could gather and have things like coffee and conversation or breakfast. We would have breakfast and pancakes. We would have exercise times. We would also do things like have movies and drink. And we even had some of the librarians become TAB, whatever you call it, certified, so that we could have alcohol in the libraries while we were watching our movies. So, but then the pandemic hit. So during the pandemic, we took all of that and we put it to isolation of LGBT seniors, because other seniors had nieces and nephews and children and grandchildren that made sure they were doing okay. But the gay seniors, who did they have? Nobody. So we organized you young people to do grocery shopping for seniors. And we had a whole lot of them go and try and teach seniors in the gay community how to use apps, because we didn't do that, and how to do banking online. And also, it was just so much that we took for granted that once we became isolated, that we could no longer do. We even had Telefriend, where the younger people would call the older people just to chat for an hour or 20 minutes or something like that. Because when you're older and you don't have children and you don't have grandchildren and your friends have moved away or died, who communicates with you? You wither away and die because your cats and your dogs can't respond to you. And so we put together
a list of seniors and we put together a list of younger people and we put those together and it just worked.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So what the latest thing that we've been working towards is advocating for a senior center, or at least a liaison to the Dallas City Council, an LGBT senior liaison. You wouldn't think it would be as hard as it has been to get one of the two Dallas gay councilmen to invite one little me or respond to their emails to come in and discuss this issue. It ain't like they're not going to get old one day, because if you look at those pictures, if you ask me, they are ready. They are ready for the home, so they need to start getting on this.
Yeah.
And I'm rambling here. And like I said, y'all should have got me before I got this.
So you mentioned the program that you set up. How many seniors did you have participating?
Oh, wow. We had at one point, well, each year we would have a senior prom, an LGBTQ senior prom at the Dallas Library. And we would have over 100 seniors.
Wow.
Because when you're my age, you couldn't go to the prom when you were in high school as who you truly were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would have the prom every year, and at our meetups at the different libraries and at the rec center, Reverchon Rec Center, we would have on average 20 to 30 people a day who were either LGBTQ or allies. And that's the important thing to remember, because when I say we want an LGBT senior center, it's not that we don't want straight people to come. We just want you to know that when you come, you're going to see gay people. I live across the street from a rec center, but when I walk in there with my faded haircut, they look at me like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. So I want to be someplace where I can communicate with people who understand me, who know the struggle my life has been, who I can talk to about my wife without them sticking up their nose. I want to be someplace where if you look around, you can expect to see somebody who understands who you are.
You know what I want? I want to be able to go out on the strip anywhere and go to the bathroom. I can't, the Roundup, I can't use any bathrooms at the Roundup. I can use the bathrooms at TMC, but to go up the incline is not regulation, ADA regulation. It's deeper.
Yeah.
And one of the stalls with the rails doesn't have a lock on the door. The other one does, but to get in, there's a cigarette machine blocking the door, so I can't get my wheelchair in. At JR's, the door to get in the stall is so heavy. I've never pulled on such a heavy door in my life. And at Woody's, there's no rails to grab onto to get out of my chair. And there's no parking. There's no handicap parking.
It makes you feel invisible.
Yeah.
Like you don't matter.
I can't be the only disabled person in a wheelchair that likes to go out and have a cocktail.
Exactly. I mean, y'all can see from this evening, I do like my grape. So what does it mean when I go to Sue Ellen's and I can't order a drink because I'm not thin, or well, not all of them are thin, but I'm not young and pretty no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, back in the day, if I was looking the way I looked back in the day, those people around the bar. So, but I worked. I did something. Even then, for the community, I was fighting. But now I feel like it doesn't matter because the people who are in positions to help us don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, say whatever the fuck you want, Portia. You're good.
Look, we only have about 5 listeners, so
Yeah.
Well, you might have some more because I'm gonna start promoting this.
good.
I got my I still call it Twitter. I'm that old, and Instagram and all of that. So, and my rainbow PFW, because I want people to see that we exist. People that are disabled, people that are Black, people that like sports, that are gay, people that can come up with some really funny shit about the Real Housewives, and we need to promote this.
No, I was just going to say, Portia, I think, one of the many great points that you made kind of highlights the need for understanding history. And I think so I'm in my mid 50s, right? I was around when AIDS was here. And so like our age, we're a little bit closer to it. So we do remember the struggles before, but as they get younger and the struggles aren't there as much with marriage equality and visibility and all of that, it's like there needs to be part of your coming out should be, okay, now here's a book.
History.
Yes, go read this book and understand what this is about and what people went through before, because they don't get it. They don't understand it. They're so wrapped up in everything else that they don't care, which is very, very sad.
Because y'all did such a great job doing what y'all done, like the younger kids, I think they're just, they're just out living their life and they don't realize that somebody really fought for the freedom that to go out and be who they want to be, right?
Well, and
not who they want to be, who they are.
And not to take away from the younger generation, but I don't even think they even know what books are. I think now to talk to them, there's a lot of documentaries they can watch. They're all about visual,
but it needs to be like, it needs to be a visual of like 10 seconds or less, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
TikTok.
It needs to be TikTok. Their attention span is so fast. If you don't grab their attention immediately, it's swipe left, swipe left, swipe left.
Exactly.
And I always do this, when I meet people out, or when I have some friends that are younger, I always tell them, I'm like, and I'm at the cusp of like in the age of like I had friends that I was born in the early 80s. And so I know about the AIDS struggle. I know about, that was while I was a baby or a kid, but, I've done my research and, I make it a point to educate the younger generation, you consider yourself lucky, you have a pill that you can take, as in PrEP nowadays that can, kind of protect you from any of that. But you have to understand who had died before you. And there were many, there were lots, there were millions, and they're still dying today, but that you have to understand that, they died so that you could take a pill every day and be as, unfortunately, be as promiscuous as you want to be, where promiscuity back then was, a roulette type of thing, you and then when you got the bullet, then you died. And it's so unfortunate because a lot of them just don't want to take the time to do that, and it's frustrating and it's sad. Well, so I applaud everything that you do.
They know that it's not a death sentence anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like my disease is not a death sentence. For those of you who don't know or just tuning in, listeners, I have multiple sclerosis.
Do?
On a very special blossom.
Did we know that?
Oh my God.
Portia, we joke about that I every show I go, for those of you just tuning in, I have multiple sclerosis.
Is that why you wear those racing gloves? Is that because you have
Yes. Yes. And so I don't get calluses from rolling this flipping wheelchair around all day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
they don't.
You're doing great work. You've
I
done
don't-
great work.
I don't think people, the younger generations, appreciate
Yeah.
everything that we've done, that we've all done.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
Yeah.
Portia, thank you so much for coming on our podcast tonight.
Yes.
So
yes.
so Portia, is there a website or anything that we can tell people to go to, and how can they help? What can we do?
How can they get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. We have a website, silverprideproject.com, and my email addresses are portiarn@icloud.com or portiarn@silverprideproject.com. I don't mind giving out my phone number because that's the best way to reach me is
Mhm.
text 773-502-4751.
Got it.
You should send all that information to Andy. So when he
Yeah.
posts the link to the show on like Facebook, he can include those email addresses and everything. So
Yeah.
we'll have that. And then also people can email us. I always throw it out there
Yep.
at ifosh99@gmail.com, and we can provide that information for if anybody needs it
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
But be sure and give it to Andy because he can post that with the podcast
Yeah.
link.
Thanks for being on our program. And will you come back and just hang out with us sometime?
Yeah, you're definitely the most passionate guest we've had for sure.
Yes.
Except for Eva talking about the housewives.
Yeah.
But that didn't.
Just come back and
And Dua
come back
Lipa.
and come back and drink
Dua
and
Lipa.
talk with us.
Meet us at the
I
bar,
would
Portia.
love
We'll buy
it.
you a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll buy you a drink, Portia.
Yeah.
Meet us out.
All right. Thank you.
We may
Thanks
even
for
take you to
joining us.
Hunkies. We may even take you to Hunkies.
I know,
You
right?
don't
There
know
you go.
that's my favorite place in the
I'll sneak you some tater
Well,
tots.
just wait till your wife's out of town.
Right. And we won't tell
yeah.
Tanya. All right. I think that's it, everybody.
Okay, kiddos.
All right,
So
Good
great.
to see y'all.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye, Portia.
guys.
Have a
Bye,
great
Portia.
week.
Bye, Portia.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.